saying they're denying it to you saying they take responsibility for it. And I'm saying I doubt it. I'm saying I don't think that anything, I'm saying justify in that if a person is saying my spouse should know that things have changed in our relationship such that I shouldn't have to say anything to them, and therefore I can now go make this move I want to make, to me that is, yeah, their way of justifying it to themselves, like, okay, this is
Nope.
okay because
Nope.
she should know what she's not doing, she doesn't, so I'm gonna go over here. That to me
Nope.
is
And
a
that's where you off,
justification to
because
yourself.
you're trying to have this and say frame it in a concise explanation as to why I'm now at the point to where I'm considering it. I guarantee you that there was plenty of conversations that was had about the fact that she ain't giving up the box, or why you always fucking tired every day. See, you're talking
Maybe
about,
or maybe
no,
not.
you talking
But
about,
I'm saying if it's not, I'm
talking
saying if
about
it's
chat
not,
GBT
it
and
needs to.
chat GBT and this shit by the time he already fed up. I'm saying that there are plenty of discussions along
I
the
don't
way
understand that.
that has been had, that has been ignored. But now that he's to the point to where he like, you know what, fuck this shit. Now he was supposed to have this whole conversation in a concise, well packaged communication effort so that we
That's not
can
what I'm
work
saying,
together.
Anton. No,
Yes,
I'm
it
saying
is
a
what you're
convert.
saying.
That's not what I said. And now you're changing what you said, and you're kind of saying what I said, which is conversation needs
It's
to
just a
be had.
conversation.
Now you're kind of etching in conversations have already been had, but you first said I shouldn't have to
You
say
should know
anything. So
better.
which one are you
No, I
saying?
said that I shouldn't have to say it when it gets to the point you already knew, and that is a part of the conversations that's been had all this time. Let me
That's
tell you something.
that's not
This
what I
is this
heard.
is
You
this
you
is
you just
I don't
added
care
that
what
in
y'all
just
heard.
now.
Y'all know what I'm saying. And we can get back into the whole being specific part of the conversation,
Well, I can't make a part of
or
the
we can be
conversation
real.
that wasn't
And the
there
fact
though.
of the matter is, by the time that a woman finds out that a dude is on the outs, she takes a glance at who the fuck she became, and she try to make it. You know what I've been seeing as a trend? Women that do the thing of, this is how I ended up, and then they have be looking dumb as fuck, frizzy, fucked up, toe up, and then they say, now that I'm out of the relationship, this is what I'm becoming. How come women don't start to get gym life together? How come they don't start to push themselves? All of a sudden you want to go to the gym and get shit together and put it together when you get divorced. You didn't know that that's what you was becoming, but what they doing is, they're, and they go on any social media platform, they are blaming the men that they are with for how they are now frizzied and toe up. They're not taking accountability for who they are. And again, I'm not justifying his actions. I'm not justifying what a guy does wrong. But what I'm not going to do is let y'all continue to blame everybody else for the situation that they wind up finding themselves in. By the time you get there, it's almost like being at a job. By the time you get to HR and they let you know they didn't gave you a pip, they didn't have conversations with you, they didn't put you on a goddamn warning, they didn't told you that your coworkers have been complaining about you. You know that you on your way to get fired way before you get there. It is not a mistake. And so I'm not justifying the way that he handles things. What I am saying is, by the time that he get there, you already knew that you was going to be an ex-employee. That's all I'm saying.
Keri's disappointed.
It don't make it any less true. Don't make it any less true. Everybody know that they on their way to
I'm
getting fired
I'm
before
I'm
they get
used to I'm used to hearing this narrative.
What did I say that was wrong?
I didn't say anything that you said was wrong. I said I'm used to hearing this narrative. That's all. I mean, I think that if a marriage gets to a point where anybody steps out, I think both people should be held accountable to where their marriage went wrong, and I think there are specific actions that each person is responsible for. I just don't look at it as a complete one-sided thing, and I definitely don't look at you stepping out or you not keeping your commitment and your word as not your responsibility, regardless of if somebody's not holding up their end in your head or whatever. That does not exonerate you from not holding up yours. I just don't look at it like that.
At
I
what point did I
100%
not
agree.
say?
I 100% agree that if a man especially steps out, that the woman, especially if she wants to keep her marriage, needs to take some, like, she needs to really reflect on that. And that's why I said the conversation is very important. Honesty is very important, because clearly something has changed, but not to the point where it's like, it's your fault that he did it. You should have, you, not him. And he, like, I just don't look at it like that. I don't think you can have a sound marriage taking that kind of approach. That's just me.
At what point did I not say and preface the conversation by saying the actions that the man take is not justified and it's wrong? I don't know
you
why.
say you say that, and then you it's almost like a yes but, like, you say that, then you go down this whole road that
It's not a
comes
but, it's an
across
and.
whatever. That's how it comes across. I say you say it like, not that's what you said, but you say it like, yeah, hear this little part so that nobody gets on me about that. Now let's really deal with what it is. You know why he cheated. You know why, because you're fat, you're lazy, you're this, you're that, you're blah 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 blah. It's wrong what he did, but you're fat, you're lazy, you ain't cooking, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that, you did it, like. And so for me, I just don't look at it like that, because again, if you're not gonna leave your marriage, then at some point in time, y'all have to be able to talk like you're on the same team. And to me, that approach puts y'all on two different teams. So
You know what's so funny
I
about
don't see how
this?
you solve
You know what's so
taking that
funny about
approach.
this is that I never, ever, ever see a woman say, you know what? I fucked up. I lost my man. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. And Keri's rhetoric is very similar to what a lot of women speak like when it's always a him. Why didn't you have the conversation? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Her rhetoric is very much reflective of what I see from women on social media on a regular basis, always saying, I don't like the way you said it. I don't like the way you're framing it. I don't like the additional context that you're adding into it. At some point, if at
I don't
any
think I
point,
said any of
if at
that.
any point in that conversation that a woman says, you know what, I need to get my fucking life together before I lose my situation, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't
How
even
did
be
I
having
not?
this conversation
I
because
didn't even say that.
there's never a holistic moment where you can remove the man from the conversation and have a one-to-one with who it is that women become when they find themselves in a situation that they shouldn't be in.
But that's like saying that fit women who cook don't get cheated on, and that's not true.
That's not even the conversation that we having.
But
Molly introduced it and said that a lot of these women be letting themselves go in the conversation. Because now y'all adding additional factors. Molly said that this is what women do. This is a situation that they find themselves in. I said, well, okay, well, women know that shit is coming and they know what they finding themselves in way before they ever get to the conversation. That was the context. That was the context. But if we change in the narrative, then we can change that too. And that's cool.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. But it's
listen,
okay.
if y'all feel better about us telling
however
y'all
heard it is how you heard it. But that's not what I said. And I clearly also said that if somebody steps outside of the marriage, then I definitely think that and I said especially if the man does it, the woman does need to take a step back and reflect. That's where the communication comes in. I said, especially if you want to keep your marriage. Like, I just said that. And I also said, that's why I think this whole thing of like, it's all on you. If y'all are trying to keep your marriage together, you have to learn how to play on the same team. Like, that's all of what I just said. So I don't understand this Keri's rhetoric of making the man wrong and the woman right. I didn't say that. I didn't say that, but I'm also
because when I said that I prefaced the
I
conversation,
did not.
I said I prefaced the conversation saying that I'm not justifying it and he's 100% wrong. And here's the additional context as to how they got themselves to that point. You didn't like that, and you said that you didn't like.
But I told you that your comment sounded like a yes, but, and I explained how it sounded like that. To me, your comment did the opposite. So where you're implying that I'm saying it's all on the man, there's nothing on the woman, to me, your comment is implying the opposite. It's not on the man, it's all on the woman. And what I'm saying is, if you are in a marriage and somebody has had an affair and y'all want the marriage to stay together, everybody has to work at fixing it. Everybody has to come
Or
to the
how
table
about
to
this,
talk about
fellas?
what went wrong. Everybody has to come to the table and be honest about where things are. Both parties, not one, not him, not just her, but both of them. But if we're going to play this game of, I shouldn't have to come and speak to you about it, you should know, and I didn't do nothing wrong, even like if that's
Oh,
the approach we're taking, the marriage
that's
is
so
not
whack,
going,
Keri. That's
that's
so
not
whack.
whack.
That is whack. That is so whack.
Okay, Anton. Okay,
Because what I said
you got
was,
it.
is that a woman for a long time, a lot of these conversations has been had way before it gets to the point. She knew what was coming. It's not that difficult for her to understand. A dude don't just wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm about to go out here and bust it down for a real one. That's not how it usually plays out. Does it happen sometimes? Maybe, but that's not usually how it plays out. And so I said that way before it ever gets to that point, she already knows who she is in the role that she's playing in a relationship. If you're here's the way I see it. If you're telling me that you're willing to get it together just because you think that I'm about to step out, then I don't want to be fucking with you in the first place. Because the only reason that you're doing it is because you think that I'm gonna leave. That means that
If
you never.
what?
The only reason that you're getting yourself together is because you think that I'm gonna leave. If I have to sit here and
What are you
come to
talking
you,
about?
Is
if
What
I
are you
have to
saying?
sit here and come to you and say, yo, I think I'm about to step out, and then you want to start working together, then that means that it was already a fucking problem. And the only reason that you're trying to stay together is because you don't want me to leave for whatever reason, whether it be how you feel, your reputation, or all of that other shit. But if it gets to that point to where I got to have that conversation with you, now you want to sit here and lecture me on how it is that I need to be working together as a team. Fuck you. I'm not
Who's
working
lecturing?
together as
Like, why
nothing.
is that? That's what I'm saying. Is I get it. That's why I said earlier, I've heard this before, especially from you, and I get it. Like, we get to a point where we just agree to disagree. Like, even in your temperament and your demeanor towards the idea of working it out and having conversation, I see like that's not a thing for you. You're like, I ain't doing all that. What the fuck I look like sitting here listening to you?
Because I'm not about to
That's
work with
and
you.
that
Either
might be,
you work
and that's
on it
fine,
and you
Anton,
get
but
your listen.
that might be
Either
the
you
dynamic
there
of
or you
how
not.
you
Either
would
you gonna
be.
get it together or you not. I should not have to work with what okay, tell me, what is it that
That
I should work
sounds
with?
weard that you're
No, no,
saying
no, 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 no.
you
Hold on,
should
hold on,
not
hold on.
have
Keri, let
to
me
at
ask a specific
which
question.
again implies
Let me
which
ask a
again
question,
imply
Keri.
hold on just one
Keri,
second
let me
because
ask you a question.
again
Let me ask you a question. What is it that we work on? How are we working? Let's work it out. Me and you married. We got a problem in our relationship. How should we work this out so that we can fix our marriage? Explain it to me. What should we do?
I really wouldn't know how to work on it with you because you come across like, yo, I'm perfect. You're
I'm
not.
asking you for
Get
guidance.
up,
Give me some
get where
insight,
I
baby
am.
girl.
Get
Baby
where I am.
girl.
If you
Give
can't
me
be
some
where I
insight.
am, then why are you here? Like,
No,
and
listen.
that's
No, no, no.
cool.
Don't
But a
lecture me
lot of
about why
people
I'm not
aren't
here.
perfect.
I want to be with you, but I realize that we got problems. What is it that we should work on, baby girl, Keri?
What are the problems you realize we have?
You don't want to listen.
You just said I realized we got
regardless of what
problems. So
the
what are the
issue is, you have
problems?
to say it.
What is it that we together need to work on is what I'm asking.
But if you just said you come to me saying you realize we have problems we need to work on, then I'm going to ask you, what are the problems that you see we need to work on?
No, 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 no. You said that we needed to work together. So what I'm asking you, because
I
I
said, if
believe,
you,
listen, this is where I stand. I believe that we all know where we are in life. We all know where we are within our relationships. We know this. This is not something that is crazy, any of that stuff. You know where you at. I know where I'm at, right? if you believe that we need to work as a team, exactly what do we need to work on in order to fix this thing?
You would have to know what the problem is first. And just because you think that she knows, maybe she doesn't. Or if she thinks that the problem is she's not cooking and the problem is she gained 20 pounds, those are not the same problems. You have to tell her what the issue is. He needs to tell you what the issue is. At that point, y'all start talking.
You know what's so funny though? When you get a girl that gets newly single, she know how to make everything right. She know how to perfect herself. She don't need no man's guidance. She don't need to go talk to nobody. She don't need to go and figure it out. She know everything that she need to do in order to get another man. Ain't that funny? How she needs guidance when she's with the man that she's supposed to be with, but she don't need no goddamn guidance when she go out there and get single.
But you say that men are supposed to give their women guidance, Anton.
I do.
So what are you saying?
But I said that the conversations have been had all the way up to the point to where they get in the divorce in the first place.
That's the assumption. And I said maybe that does happen for some people, but a lot of people, maybe it's not happening. Maybe a lot of people are not having the conversations that you're thinking they're having, which again is why I said, I think that the communication part needs to happen. Now, if the man is coming to his woman and he's like trying like to figure this, something is up, this ain't feeling right, however he chooses to approach her, and she's just like, whatever, okay. I mean, I'm not saying go cheat, maybe you should end it or whatever, whatever, but I get it. But a lot of times I can't say a lot, that might not always be that may not be how it always happens. The communication usually in relationships is stifled. Like,
do y'all think that the communication is great between the side chick and the guy that's in the relationship?
About certain things, probably, yeah.
It needs to be had. What conversation needs to be had?
Do you think that he's giving? Wait. Do y'all think that he's giving her guidance on how to be an effective partner to him?
No, because he's also probably and she's also getting this little part of him. It's almost come on now. She don't.
Some side chicks are keeping men's marriages alive. I'll just say that.
Right.
Y'all marriage is alive because he has a side chick.
And I don't dispute that. What I am saying though is like Keri saying, he doesn't have to guide her because there's nothing to guide. She's only getting naked. You're just showing the sexual part.
What the fuck did y'all think that we wanted? Y'all thought that we wanted to hold on. Y'all think that we wanted to
she's not
with y'all? Hold on. Because Kim just said it. She just getting naked. What do y'all think that we need in order to make this thing work?
So whatever. You want more than that from your wife. Just get naked.
See, we just told y'all.
Get naked.
Y'all, see how y'all think y'all know?
Side chicks are
no shit. Y'all don't know nothing.
That's a lie. So all you need is for your wife to get naked. You don't need anything else.
Not necessarily if the wife is out of shape and gross and the side chick is tight and
side chick is not dealing with all the mental stresses and issues of this man.
Sometimes she is though. Sometimes I'm telling you, I've heard married men say that their marriage is saved because of the other woman.
No, and
for whatever reason, and I'm not defending cheating. I'm not. I'm really not. But I've just talked to a lot of
the man. The man is saying that the marriage is saved because
women don't. I don't think a lot of women realize when we are being complacent, or if we are not attracted to our man, so we are not putting in the effort.
They've said that, but what does that really say about him though?
I believe it's true though, because
I wonder where he feel the same if his wife had a side dude, where he say the side dude saved his marriage too. I think he'd have a different thought.
Man is more concerned about themselves though.
They're not listening.
So
they're not listening.
Oh my god.
They're more concerned about them.
They don't want to hear it.
And this is why
not bad. It's not bad
right here. Because
let her do the dirty work.
people try to justify having all of their desires, temptations, and satisfactions met, and that's not the way that it's supposed to go.
If that side chick is helping him make a little bit more money for y'all family, let that side chick do
Keri,
what she gonna do.
Listen, you can read the Bible all you want, right?
There we go. Tell me.
This is your problem right here.
I'm listening.
You can read the Bible all you want, but but if you don't understand practical application, it doesn't mean anything.
What does that mean, though?
It means that the lessons that's in it also need to be applied in real life. So just because a person is spiritual does not necessarily mean that they understand the practical applications of the lessons that's taught inside of the word itself. So
for sure, for man and woman,
you can't justify not being able to hold your position in this conversation. Not saying that you're not holding your position in a conversation. You can't justify not holding your position in a conversation by always thinking that you got a trump card by bringing up the Bible. It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything to you, and
no, it doesn't mean anything in a conversation.
It means
that's not your trump card. You can't use it as your trump.
It sounds like you're trying to make this into a trump card.
Argument.
I didn't. What argument do I need to substantiate? I've already stated what I think, and I'm cool if you disagree with it. Like, I'm all right with that. That's fine. We clearly have a difference of opinion on it, and that's why I said earlier on, I get it. I've heard this before, so it's all right. I'm all right with it.
Any other thoughts?
Look at all those super chats.
I just want to take the temperature of the women on the panel. Are you guys okay?
No, yeah, I'm fine. No, I've had a lot of conversations with married men.
Keri, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
This cheating thing sounded really personal. Are you good?
No, stop. Keri doesn't got nothing to do with cheating.
No, I'm fine.
I knew this dude was up to something.
Old high school sweetheart, get to you. I'm just kidding.
No, I just
are surviving because of the side chick.
I just have a difference of opinion on it. That's all.
Any other thoughts?
Wives, y'all competing with the side chick. That man probably only married to you because he got a little something to blow off steam with.
Talk a little less, suck a little harder. You'll be all right.
It's not that simple. It's not that simple. It's a lot more complicated than that. First, you need to have a discussion about it, and then we can figure it out. All right.
Like, I don't have time to deal with any of that shit if my ball sack is empty. Just saying.